Hi, I'm Kristen, and today I'm announcing a new quilt along. So we did one back in January. This was my quilt from it. Excuse the other mess. And we had so much fun that I kind of asked in the community post whether we were ready to do another one, and most of you said yes, so yay, we're gonna do another one. So it's gonna be a bit different. This one's what I'm calling, so last one I think I called a stash buster, scrap buster quilt. This one is gonna be the scrap blocks quilt along. So we're gonna be doing basically a sampler quilt, but I'm gonna simplify it. So last time I had all sorts of layouts, all sorts of sizes. This time it's going to be a throw size quilt, you know, like a big, large lap quilt kind of thing. And of course you can make it bigger if you want by adding borders or more blocks or whatever. But I'm just going to stick to kind of a big throw size quilt. And but I can't not have options. So there's going to be two options. There's going to be a row quilt version, which is going to be more blocks, and a sort of more sampler quilt kind of an option, which is going to have more sashing. So you're going to have opt-outs, options if you get partway through and you don't want to finish, or you just lose your mojo. We will have those two kind of options to kind of get you through at the end, because you know how I feel about finishing. I want us to finish as much as we can. So the idea for this was because I already have a few videos on my channel of different scrap fabric quilt blocks. I've made full quilts of some of them, but not of all of them. And I want kind of an opportunity for myself to use some of those blocks in a quilt without having to make a full quilt of them. So that's the idea, to use some of those. So we will be calling back to some old videos. So I might be sending you to watch a tutorial I did a while back and then showing you how I'm using it in this quilt. But there's also going to be some new blocks that I've been kind of playing with in my head. And again, I haven't stitched them out into a full quilt yet either. And so I just want to try them out in a sampler quilt. So there's going to be some new scrap block videos, which obviously you could just watch on their own and make one of, whatever, or you could use them as part of the quilt along like I'm going to be doing. And there'll be some older ones. So that's what the blocks are going to be. They're going to be all different size blocks. So even the row version, the rows will be the same length, but they're not going to be the same height. So you do kind of need to be following along and watching the videos and things like that to put it together properly. So last time I had a few people email me and say that even though they had that bell notification thing turned on YouTube, they didn't get told when the next sew along video was out and stuff like that. I don't know why. I can't fix that. So what I've done this time is I've created a sign-up form, an email sign-up form. So you just, the quilt along is free. You're not buying anything. Well, there's going to be one option to buy a block, but I'll come back to that. But it's not, you don't have to do it, right? Okay, anyway, sign up, right? So there's the email sign up, and the idea is, so you can find the sign up in the description of this video, and probably all of the sew along videos that I do. And you just sign up and you'll be on like an email sequence for this quilt along. So you'll get all the updates. So when I do a new video, I'm gonna send you an email, and then if I'm saying go back and watch this other one, I'll also link to that one in the email, so that we just keep each other straight. And if I do any kind of anything else that needs to be, you know, that you need to see, or a layout or something, then I'll email that to you as well. So that's the idea. So if you want to make sure you don't miss anything, then do go in the description box. So it's underneath this video, there'll be a little bit of text explaining the video, and it says show more. So you click that, and then there'll be a bigger description, and in there is the link to sign up. So, and just email me hello@scrapfabriclove.com if you have any trouble signing up, or you don't get the email or whatever. Okay, so that should take care of that one problem. Right, second issue that I had last time, I really liked sharing everybody's photos of their progress and their finished quilt tops. It was great, but I messed up one person's quilt top. I put the wrong name on it. So I'm going to try and put it up on the screen with the right name now. And I'm so sorry. But in order to stop this happening this time, what I'm going to ask you to do is, if you're sending in photos to me by email to be put up and shared in my videos, either somehow put your name in it, like, I don't know, a piece of paper with your name on it, on top of it, or if you know how to do watermarks on photos or something, or just kind of accept that I'm going to share your photo and your name's not going to be on it, because I don't want to be messing people's names up. So only send it in if you're happy to include your name in it yourself, or if you're happy to not have anybody's name on it, your name or anybody else's, right? So, okay, but I'm also going to keep using the hashtag from last time on Instagram, which was Scrap Fabric Love Sew Along. So you just use that if you just want to share on Instagram. I won't probably pull those off and put them in the videos, because it was kind of a lot of work doing that. So unless you email me the photos, they're probably not going to show up in the videos. So, okay, so that's what we're going to do about sharing, right? Okay, so I dropped just a second ago that there might be a block that you would have to pay for. Now, it's an option. It's not a necessary. The Quilt Along is free. I like doing these things free. And, you know, most of my block tutorials, there's not a lot of measuring anyway. So there's nothing that you need to pay for. But I also do foundation paper piece patterns. And I've been a bit reticent to put them up for sale. It's just a confidence thing on my part, whatever. So I'm going to use this Sew Along as a way to use one of those blocks, and I'm going to put it up for sale. But I'm not going to do a hard sell on you. So there's going to be an alternative block, a free one. So if you like the one that I show you, you can pay for that and include it in the quilt. But if you don't, then there will be another one that you can use for free. So absolutely no pressure to buy anything. The Sew Along is definitely free, and it's just this added sort of option extra if you want to. And that'll be later in the Quilt Along anyway. So that's what that's about. What else do I have to tell you? Oh, how long is it? Okay, so last time it was 4 weeks, super quick and short. But because I want to do so many different blocks for this one, I'm going to say 6 to 8 weeks. I'm estimating, just because I don't know what feedback I'm going to get from people about how quick or how slow we're going and stuff like that. So it's going to be roughly, it's not going to be more than 8 weeks. We're going to wrap it up. I don't like these things to last too long. So, but it could be slightly shorter, but it'll be somewhere in the region of 6 to 8 weeks. And we're going to start on, so today, when I'm posting this, is the 3rd of April? It doesn't matter. It's the beginning of April, first week of April. And I'm going to take next week off. And I've got a little fabric haul videos to put up, but I'm not going to do a regular, like a longer video next week because my kid's home from school. And then the week after that, 17th of April, we're going to start the Quilt Along. So I hope that makes sense. So this is, so I'm talking fast and I'm giving you lots of stuff. But so 17th of April, we're going to start this, but you can sign up now. And the first email gives you some things you can do now, which is basically sort your fabric scraps into colors. It's not that dissimilar to last time. I'm not going to give you fabric requirements for the whole quilt. I'm going to say, you know, sort of organize your scraps into colors. That doesn't mean fabric, that means colors. So for example, this one, the background color that I used was black, but you can see it's all sorts of different blacks. So you're still going to need a background color for this quilt. And then you can use as many accent colors as you want. So you could use one accent color for the whole quilt and just be using that in the different blocks that I show you. Or you could choose to use, you know, one color per row if you're doing the row quilt. Or you could decide you're going to have, you know, again, if you're doing the row quilt, you could do, you know, however many colors that I tell you blocks to do, and then do the same for the next row, that kind of way. Or you could go ahead and do the scrappy randomness that lots of people love to do that makes me anxious. So I probably won't do that one, but you can. But again, you know, as I think I say in most of my videos when you talk about the scraps, the main thing is the contrast. So whatever your background is, if it's light, then your scraps should be dark or bright. And if your background is dark, then your scraps should be light or bright. You know, not dark and light and light. You know, we're not going massively into color theory, but you just need to be able to tell the difference when you're looking at them, right? So all of that is in the first email. I would love to see you there, and I hope we're going to have lots of fun with it. So Do feel free to ask me any questions in the comments and email me anytime. And I will see you for the first Go Along Scrap Block Quilt Along video on the 17th of April. Thanks so much for spending time with me. Bye.